What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Alan Wake. Let's see if we can wake up Barry.
Took a day for me. I had
He
less than
headbutted the
12
desk
hours
pretty
left
hard.
to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're
Yes.
right.
All last out.
Deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free.
Yeah, she's
Milk
clearly
and sugar on the
fucked
counter
up.
there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Man, that's sad. Justice for Rose, bro.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
It's a little weird that he knows when she goes to bed, I'm not gonna lie. A good looking eye, I guess, but at the same time, why do you know her bedtime? Yeah, I don't think we're carrying Barry all this way.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air, and let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know?
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny. You know, Danny and...
Is it the guy from the jail cell earlier?
With the law, you know, and, I'm just... Well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure you'll walk away?
Now I see the coffee. Let me snatch that. Off a flashlight, so I'll be cradling my thermos. Well, based on the page, this asshole called the police on us, so...
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You
Hemingway.
move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face!
Bro, what the fuck? Yo. Bro, even if you think I kill people, there's a civvy right there. looks like the Agent Nightingale looks like the one actor in the MMA movie, like the comedy actor, the kind of like fattish guy. I'm forgetting his name right now, but that's what he looks like.
Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy on him.
Wow. What the fuck do y'all think I did? It seems like a dramatic response. He could have just knocked on the door to the trailer. Yeah, I'm super inclined to stop running after your boss just unloaded the fucking mag at me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's really encouraging. Let me just turn myself in. Absolutely.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
The rock stars, like the old man. Odin and Thor. Yeah, it sounds like it's some kind of entity under the lake. Okay, there's no way they can blame us for that. I ain't that strong.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired at Wake and he didn't have a gun. You almost hit a civilian instead. Over.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
Well, make the time. You can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
Don't let him know, Sheriff.
Federal agent pursuing a fugitive. You want to discuss my methods, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
The good small town sheriff right there, not letting the federal agent shit on a porch. Let's get shiny back here. Rose visited by the dark
Rose
presence.
didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. Pretty girl, she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Yeah, her mind seemed like completely shattered when we were in the trailer. It sucks. Hopefully Barry's getting on okay. We kind of just left as us. Had to dodge some bullets. Oh, that's so fucked down there in the dark.
Search the area. Stay sharp.
Yeah, here it comes.
This way. Over here. Hey, who's there? Who are you?
Let's leave before whatever's down there comes
This
up here.
horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Yeah, no shit. I feel so naked right now, I don't even have a flashlight.
This is Agent Nightingale. I've lost contact with most of the men you assigned to me. It's Blake's doing.
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
Hey, put some respect on the jacket, the fuck? I kinda like this. I'll totally wear one of these.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Isn't like a shotgun in the car. Come on now. I'm gonna eat something.
You on the ground. Hold it right there.
Bro, relax with the gunshots, dude. I suppose that's my fault too, Nightingale. I jumped into the sky and took down the chopper. Yeah, there has to be some shit up in the supply tower. Yeah, I don't think they got out of that.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over.
He was a drinker.
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet it does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Yeah, Barry is all kinds of bad tranked up right now.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
Looks like a good bet. Anyway, where there's light is where I'm trying to go right now, since I don't have one of my own.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Or at the very least, not call the police like the asshole at the trailer park.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without light. There was no power to the searchlight.
Or the power switcher. Well, this doesn't look like it's up to the health and safety code. It's about to explode in my hands. Move away from that before it fries our ass. Give me like a little supply box. Those little red crates on the tree. We got a flashlight. I'll take it. It's not a way to do damage, but we're doing inanimate objects trying to kill my ass not there. Pros and lumberjacks win enough. Speaking of lumberjacks and crows, I'm sure I'm about to
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades.
catch up with
They
some
were
of
an
those.
ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
All her men got peeled. There's nothing up here. But that path looked a little conspicuous, but that's a line, so I'm gonna assume that's the general heading. We do not have the supplies to fuck around with you right now.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir. Like
Yeah, that asshole opened fire on me at the gate.
Because it's just next door, and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
I'd love to be a night radio host. I'm loving this game so far. I'm glad it's been that long that I don't remember shit. It feels like a first experience again. Why don't you all just like fuck off for a second? Yeah, suck on this. See how they work. That's not as effective as I wanted it to be. I guess it does damage, so that'll get rid of him, right? Yeah. Rose touched by the dark presence.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
You know, like trapped in her own body. Terrifying shit. Like yellow paint up here? No, there isn't. Go back to the beaten path. At least for a little bit. That's an arrow. Of course, they just left one. I really don't want to waste another flashbang. Baited. Get booked. And what do we have? A revolver or something, please? The flares. I will take the flares. I gotta find a pistol though, so I can actually kill shit. I'm just like buying myself time right now with the stuns. You're an asshole. Now I have to spy kill you all. You touch me, you die. It's a big shiny light. And 9 flashbangs left. I have plenty. I'm not worried. That's a little concerning. Hold that for me. It looks like we're good. You gotta lock up Pat Main.
Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
It's Lorna Miles.
Oh, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bothered with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on
The
those who
privilege. Wasting resources.
let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint.
It's
Lorna.
been 1,000 years since I settled here. The trailer trash. Crazy. Hopefully he doesn't freak the fuck out. I'm a fugitive, after all. Okay, Pat, so don't freak out. But...
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake.
no, don't say that.
I'm gonna see
Don't
if
say
I
that
can
on
talk
air.
him into an interview.
I would love to, but there's
Come
a
on in, Mr. Wake.
unique situation
I'm
currently.
so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Bro.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Arrest
There's a
this fucking
civilian in
idiot.
there.
He has to be twisted by the darkness in some way too. There's no way.
You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had
H.P.
fallen off so
Lovecraft.
many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop.
He's
It was probably
gonna
good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
he's gonna run out of authors. I don't think his writing knowledge is that impressive, given the way he acts. Nightingale on the radio
Stared
station.
through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
And dude has fucking daddy issues or something. But a train depot sounds like a brilliant idea when the environment is literally trying to kill us. Nah, I knew that was a gamble. Hoping I can get it out first. But that wouldn't have helped me anyway. Anything up here? Apart from death. Gotta be something up here, right? Be like a shotgun or some kind of hidden cache. No way I'm climbing Mount Everest for a thermos. Dude sounds like the Dahaka from Prince of Persia. I'm gonna be so disappointed if I have to run my ass back down this hill for 20 minutes for nothing. I mean, you gotta give this guy credit, right? He's committed. Kept it going. Alright, what do we have? Don't make it all for nothing game. We have 2 flasks and a page. Okay. Huh? Walter fights Danny.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Some little background on the drunk that was in the cell. And like his friend got possessed, he kicked his ass and then decided to drunk drive. Alright. Let's start the hike back down. It's gonna take a while. I was really hoping for like a rifle or a shotgun up there. It seems like a long way to go just for 2 flares game. And now I gotta deal with the Pidgeotos too. I don't know if the risk versus reward for this is reasonable. I don't know if y'all thought this through. I guess if you want the achievement for all the pages. I refuse to die to crows. My first and only death will always be that I yeeted myself off the bridge in the first episode. During the tutorial of all places too. Yeah, we came from the left, right? So, be this way.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
The darkness controls the taken. It indeed looks like it does. Let's do this. No, I wanted that to be thrown further. That's what I actually wanted. To have multiple hits on it, or is it a single use thing? I pick that big guy. Yeah, it takes care of that. Good to know those are multiple use. $14 shots. Almost maxed out on batteries. Hopefully I don't regret checking this. Copy. Crucial. Wait, is that like the way? Cause hold on. Yeah, there's a page right there. Wake attacked by a bulldozer. That sounds fun.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Okay, I am gonna start saving flashbangs for the bulldozer. How do I switch? Yeah, that's flat. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna save the flashbangs for that. Whenever I run into that. Just yeet flashbangs at it. Sarah distrusts Nightingale.
Sarah
I
trusted
would
her
hope
gut,
so.
and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong.
Finger on the
It wasn't just
pulse.
the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Yeah, I think stuff like that happens a lot in real life too. A dick measuring contest between law enforcement agencies. That is why we don't have good cooperation between agencies. They always try and dick measure each other.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Yeah, she didn't respond to like anything we said. Wake attacked by a possessed object.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Okay, so we're gonna be dodging bridge parts. Nice. What a beautiful sight. It's gonna be a max stack. More shotgun ammo, yes please. And 3 flares. Okay, we got plenty of stuff now. Maxed on batteries and revolver ammo. Grab those shots real quick. Let me know down in the comments if y'all are excited for Alan Wake 2. It's been a long time. Hopefully they stick to London on that.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of
Plotting
some sort
games haven't been
opposite
super
shore.
inspiring recently.
I hoped I could find a car from there.
Follow. Although I suppose this company has a good track record. Control was pretty good too. And beware flying pipes.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
I'm gonna try and abuse the terrain here. Hide behind this fence. That went up and over. We're good on that, I think. I'm just gonna cheese this one from back here. I'm not even walking towards it. good. That is 100% a Donkey Kong trap, yep. Asshole fucking thing still hit me. Hold it and it still hit me. Hey, goodies up here. Wake in the dark presence in the lodge.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Oh. Well, he just, according to that page, he just enjoyed getting somebody smoked.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
This looks like a boss arena. That is also what he just said about nobody being safe, is what made the first couple of seasons of Game of Thrones so interesting and engaging. Your favorite characters could die, your favorite heroes could die, there's stakes. It's super important in a story to feel like shit can go wrong and people could die. I'll definitely take the floor. Big axe guy is the problem here. Opa! Get ammo before I leave. Still doing pretty good on ammo, I'm confident. How much shotgun do I have? 22. Now we're getting a touchdown and down. A pretty nice reaction dodge right there. In light, you can hurt them. That's probably locked, huh? Yeah. Night Springs. Oh hell yeah, it's my favorite show.
For granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durlith's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of
Yeah,
your
he's
way
dead.
and observe.
He's totally dead.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I...
That's a creepy sex call, or he's dead.
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
It's a boy.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit.
In Night Springs.
In Night Springs.
Those are cool. Alright. This is the second time I walked into something that looks like a boss arena. It's this wake attacked by the dark presence.
Darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Ow. Rip ankles. There's a lot of emergency boxes around. This is definitely a boss arena, there's no way. There's way too many supplies in this little square. How does one fight? Spam flares, I guess. At least keep his asshole friends away while I torture them. Yep, those are. We still have 13 flares. That's easy. Hella supplies. I don't think I'm even gonna be able to snatch all the shit from these boxes. Oh, we have max stacks. Maybe there's like shotgun ammo in some of them. I'll take a look. Free stuff, right? No reason not to look. I thought 15 was a max stack of flares. I have 19, so I'm guessing it's 20 like the batteries. 20 flares is OP as hell. And there's a stallion. And there's the checkpoint. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you all soon with more Alan Wake 2. Or Alan Wake 1, excuse me. Have a good day guys, take care.